Charleston White slams Wack 100. Despite them being on a Danza project together, he don't like him. You know what I mean? This is why Wack 100 would truly never be cool with Charleston White. But you can't be cool with Charleston White like that. Why? If you give him something to talk about, he will talk about it. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real.
How this nigga Wack get all the gay secrets? How the Wack 100 get all the gay secrets? Who is trusting the straight nigga with the gay vault? How he get the gay vault secrets? He know about Nipsey Hussle sucking. He know about this one. Say, how does this nigga Wack 100 get everybody's secrets about they What punk he laying with? What punk whispered his ear all the punk secrets? Cause say, homie, can't no straight nigga call no another straight nigga gay. It take a punk, don't you? Say you punk ass button heads on her like y'all playing football, nigga. Ain't none of you niggas stole no touchdown coming out these clubhouse huddles. Ain't none of you niggas stole no mother touchdown coming out these clubhouse huddles, nigga. Put your on here. Put your here. You can go on YouTube and see what saying about me, nigga. Now you can find a YouTube video of what my about me. Put a microphone in the camera and your see what them to say about you chump ass nigga. Say, let that Wack. Every day I hear that. She trying to get out, Wack. Release that dick on his knees with Lena, and they sure that sucker to get interview me. But I would never let him interview me. I would never in life sit down on no jumper Adam22. Never. But no extra. They say you done nubbed a few of them fingers. They say you got hands like this now. So you nubbed a few of them fingers. Now, that nub is like that. You ain't gonna be able to ball them fists up no more. And be able to, you ain't gonna be able to do that. And still be dangerous. It ain't too many 3-finger tough niggas. You can't look up nowhere where it's too many niggas with 3 fingers knocking niggas out. The hand is disproportionate. Motherfucker gonna be out balanced a little bit. It's gonna be more weight on this side. So you go jam your hip, you go jam your wrist, trying to fight with them fingers missing. You know what I think it'd be good for you, no extra? If you change your name, Vernon Finger Avenue Trip. You done lost your finger for the hoods. You might well name yourself Finger. Finger Extra. Finger Extra, Vernon Avenue Trip. But you gotta have to put finger in there some kind of way. You done went before the world, you can't even throw the setup. Y'all ain't got braille for niggas, do you? What about the gang banging nigga that lose his sight like you? Do they got a braille board he can read? Nope. So this is why I tell you, you might be on to something. No extra missing fingers. No extra missing fingers. That sound way better. Say, y'all, that's no extra, cuz. No extra missing fingers. What's up, cuz? No extra missing fingers. No extra missing fingers. No extra missing fingers. Say, what's up, cuz? Shit, what it do, low? So, listen to me, no extra missing fingers, half blind. If you file for your disability now, they say it's pretty easy to get disability in California. By the time they approve disability, you'll have a bankroll. You'll have a fat bank. But if you can get $50,000, if you can get $50,000 for an interview, I done got $40,000. Most of them got for an interview is $40,000. $40,000. I don't think you can get 50. You might get 25. I get that easy. But then again, you 4 extra missing fingers now. This ain't the same 4 extra we once knew. Excited, jubileed, ecstatic, aggressive, gung-ho, and bravado. You was all that in one. And you was a exciting piece of work to watch. on the tube. Unpredictable. Always angry. They for great for television, like the Bad Girl Club. I think they might retire you after this. I don't think you can go back and sit on no jumper and still have the same reverence that you had.
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed. Nah, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. You a sellout. You know what I mean? Real shit. Look, when I seen Wack 100 waving that police badge, that was all I needed to see, bro, to sum him up. You know what I mean? Just being honest, just being real. It's all I needed to see. Now, he could say his daughter gave him this. He got this from a family member. Whatever Reggie Wright was trying to say, all that bullshit. Nigga, look. One does not play like that. Point blank, period. One does not play like that because that's a real police badge and you've really been doing some police ass shit. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real here. Those are facts. You know what I mean? You always got, like he said, you always got the FBI gay tapes. You know what I mean? You always got them gay tapes. And the tapes potentially are true. For a long time, I was trying to stick up for Nipsey Hussle and say, he ain't got no tape on Nipsey. He ain't got no tape on Nipsey. People say they seen the tape. Man. Yeah, the man selling the tape for $49.95. You know what I mean? I told the nigga to stop showing the motherfucking tape. You know what I mean? But with time, I've grew a different type of sense, man. If that's really out there, bro, you got to put that out there. You can't be a nigga that harbors information like that, because that makes you a fugitive. Yeah, it makes you a fugitive under the law, fam. You can't. So Wack 100 having all this information about people, why don't you ever put the information out on Adam22? You work with Adam22. Like people say, it's feds there, it's cops there. Well, Adam22, Lil Pumpkin already said a lot about Adam22, that he even got video on Adam22 doing some shit with some underage women, girls. Let's call them girls, because they're not women if they're underage. They're underage now. This is young women. He say he has proof on Adam22. Why ain't the law enforcement going to check that out? Because if he really got those tapes, those tight tapes could get him arrested. Point blank, period. That's child pornography. Look, they say Wack's a cop, Wack's a cop. He's not a cop, but he's working with him. Yeah, a lot of them been deputized. Wack, Big U wasn't quite deputized, but the whole grid program, he had a way where he was working both fields. I can't knock Big U because he was looking out for the people. Yeah, he wasn't all for self with that guy. You know, that guy was for the community. He had to, if you can't beat him, join him. Now he's a felon, and he was no way they was gonna let him become a police officer. Not even into politics. So what he had to do, he had to work out a system to where he can kind of help the people from behind the scenes. You got to respect that. Now this whole Wack 100, 6U, 600, Wack 100 and 600 shit where they've been deputized and showing badges, way too much. Way too much, you know what I mean? Because you're not a cop. You're a sellout, man, because you're really turning people in for your own gain, for your own benefit. You're knocking the people out you're getting in arguments with. It's not cool, man. However y'all twist and turn this little shit, California, y'all got some shit to answer to, because this is the first state I've ever heard street guys playing in such a way that they're walking in the police stations and coming out with deputy badges. This hit different, fam. Just being honest, just being real. Charleston White, you got the point. Yeah, you got the point about old Wack. Yeah, I don't like him. You know what I mean? I don't like him, but I have to respect him because his information checks out. Willie D, I don't know who Willie D snitched on. A lot of people was getting on me like, oh, you believe everything Wack say. Look, Willie D got a year for them cell phones. Yeah, a lot of people say, oh, it's just a couple 100,000. Man, them people want some time or they want some information. Point blank, period. That's just how I'm. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out Charleston White. I don't like him, but I respect him. Shout out Wack 100. I don't like him, but I respect him. Shout out Willie D. I used to like Willie D until I realized he was a 43-year-old scammer. Once you scam that long, you'll be scamming forever. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking at him like, I'm a fan of Willie D. Nah. I was looking at him like an uncle figure. I could listen to this man, and this man potentially could keep me out of trouble just from what he's talking about. It ain't that way. No, sir. No, sir. I can't trust a 43-year-old scammer. And he's older than 43, but at the time of his conviction, he was 43 years old. Yeah. Wack 100 broke news to me. Wondered how Wack 100 had the information. A lot of people say Wack 100 was wrong. But look, bro, he's connected to them COPs. Them people, fam. Yeah, that's how he got the information. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. If you made it thus far, you're rocking with me. If you didn't and you stopped at 2 minutes in, fuck yeah. That's just how it's gotta be like that. You know what I mean? But we ain't going nowhere. We never stopping because we're popping. Yeah, we're never stopping because we're popping. Wack 100, that's some fugazi ass shit for you to be waving that badge. Especially when you the manager of the game and Blueface. What does that mean for them? Yeah, what does that mean for them? Are they using you to knock out their opponents too? Inquiring minds want to know, bro, because once he showed that badge, like I said, it summed up everything that people was already suspecting about the guy. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rare, people tell me I'm equipped. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.